What's up YouTube, it's Decklists TCG here and welcome back to another TCG video on my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the results from the Milwaukee Regionals that happened last weekend, and it actually was kind of crazy. We see in the top 8 that there were actually Mega Kangaskhan Absol decks everywhere, and that's actually a new archetype. I did talk about it on the channel before in a battle video, so definitely check that out. It's a little bit different than the list the people were playing over at Milwaukee, but it's very cool nevertheless. We're going to be taking a look at the top 8 deck list and a little bit of the top 16 as well. We're going to be taking a look at conversion rates and most in particular which decks were the most popular in Milwaukee. So if you guys are excited for today's upload, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out in many ways. It is super effective on the channel and I am forever grateful if you would take the time to do so. So we have the deck analysis here, phase 1. This is crazy. This is the most crazy lineup of, meta share decks I've seen in a while, and it's a little bit all over the place, let's be honest. They also split the Gardevoir archetypes into straight Guardy and to Gardevoir Jellicent, so if we group those together, that is actually the most popular deck in the room at around 14% meta share. But if we take a look at, if we just go with them separately, because they do play a little bit differently, we see that Ceruledge is the most popular deck in the room. Who would have thought that? I knew that the boost from like Lunatone and Solrock made people gravitate towards this Ceruledge deck, but I think like all the Raging Bolt players just left the deck at home and went for Ceruledge instead. That's something that I would predict because it's also an aggro deck and we don't see Raging Bolt anywhere. So Raging Bolt gone, Ceruledge being the most popular deck in the room. A lot of crazy things happened at Milwaukee. Second most popular deck is going to be Grimsnarl with Frostlass. This is also my personal favorite. I've been playtesting with a little bit of Grim as well. Has a great time into Guardy, and yeah, it's a great deck all around. We do see then straight Guardy being the third most popular deck. Then Dracopult Dusknoir fell off from its like 12% meta share all the way back to like 7, and that's because we do see the release of Psyduck being legal for tournament play in this Mega Evolution format. Has a little bit of a bad thing going for the Dusknoir lineup. We also see Gholdengo. There's also a split with the other Gholdengo variants. This is the Gholdengo archetype with Solrock and Lunatone, and that actually is 6.5% meta share, and then followed up by Gardevoir Jellicent. So for me personally, the most popular deck in the room is still Gardevoir with 14%. Just let that sink in. That's the most popular deck. And then the second most popular deck is actually Ceruledge. Crazy indeed. Well, what happens if we take a look at the phase 2 situation? What happens there? This actually was with 2,274 players. Insane. Going to phase 2, what do we see here? What do we see? It is Mega Absol, Mega Kangaskhan, a deck popularized by Tord Reklev, instantly going as the 6th most popular deck in Phase 2, aka Day 2. So that is, for me, a statement on how strong this deck actually is. We're going to be talking about Mega Absol and Mega Kangaskhan very soon, but you should notice that it's a very cool archetype that uses the draw power of Kangaskhan and actually has the attack capability of the Absol, has some Monkey Dories in the list as well, so that actually joins the chart right here. Ceruledge goes from the most popular deck all the way into the 5th most popular deck. Gholdengo gains some percentage points because Gholdengo actually was able to do well. Dracopult also gains the percentage points. Marnie's Grimsnarl stays about the same, and they grouped the Gardevoirs together, so it went from like 14% all the way to 9.7%. So we see still Gardevoir did drop off a little bit, and that's for good reason. There is so much darkness archetypes around. We see Marnie's Grimsnarl, we see Mega Absol, and those, if we combine them together, is like 15% of the meta share. So that means that people are either playing Gardevoir or playing a deck that has a reasonable time up against Gardevoir. So there's that. So for me, it seems like that most decks stick around in that category. We do see that the Gardevoirs are grouped together, but everything you see here on the screen for most popular decks from Marnie, Grimsnarl, Ceruledge, Gardevoir, Dracopult, and Gholdengo are still around. They just group together the Gardevoirs, and then Mega Absol is the 6th most popular deck in the room. So that is awesome because this is a new archetype all the way from Mega Evolution. Also, in my wildest dreams, I didn't think that the best Mega that will be featured on stream would be like this archetype, so that's always awesome to see that we see diversity and things that we do not expect. That's also the reason why Tord Reklev flew all the way to Milwaukee just to, of course, pilot this archetype. It was also piloted by more people than ever before, so insane indeed. Let's take a look at the deck list. Charizard was able to win with Jackson Ford from Canada, taking it all down the entire Milwaukee Regionals with Charizard. Okay. What is the crazy thing about this Charizard? There's a Klefki in there, very awesome, because if you have Klefki in the active position, the Monkey Dories do not work. Also stuff like, for example, Tatsugiris from the opponent do not work. Stuff like Squawk ability, Lunatone, all of those abilities shut down by a single Klefki. Make sure you can shut down entire archetypes, which is fantastic. What else do we see? It's just a 3-2-2 line of Charizard EX. You have the maximum belt to hit bigger numbers, and you have a 2-1-1 line of Dusknoir. The TM Evo package still in there, but it's only playing 2 copies of Arven because you have that big new supporter card, Lily's Determination, which helps out to find those TM Evos from time to time. There's even a town store to help out with that. Briar to take an additional prize card, and there is a 2-1-2 line of Pidgeot EX, and Quick Search allows you to get any card you want every single turn, which is very strong. If you do get trapped with Yveltars or Sop or anything like that, or Eaten Sudowoodo, there is of course the Jet Energies to help out. 2 copies of Jet Energies right there. Also has some synergy with of course that Tatsugiri. So instead of going for like Air Balloon or anything like that, it is actually playing the Jet Energies because Charizard with its Infernal Rain ability can allow you to accelerate 3 Fire Energies instantly. Mist Energy to protect yourself from TM Devolution, which is going to be the main win condition of something like a Grimmsnarl, but also can protect yourself from Monkey Dory Confusion, which is also very, very good. So yeah, Charizard taking it all down, still coming back with Chio, very great against stuff like Goldango, for example, and this is just a great 60 all around. Moving forward, we have Aban Ahmed with Gardevoir. This is actually a straight Gardevoir list. We don't have the 60 quite yet, but it will become available on Limitless quite shortly. Then we have Rowan Stevanov with Canada here, representing Canada, one of the strongest soldiers for Canada here. We have Gardevoir Jellicent. This is just classic Gardy Jellicent, but we see here that there's 1 copy of Lily's Determination in there. So instead of relying on like 3 Professors Research or something like that, there's a Lily's Determination in there. Could be very good if you go for that secret box and you want to abuse the fact that you're still at 6 prize cards remaining. You can then activate Lily's Determination, which is very strong. We also get the boost of the new rolls with the Collect attack. The new Curlia, very good, and that's also one of the reasons that Raging Bolt is less good, because the sniping capabilities of the 1 prize Raging Bolt does not hit the 90 damage anymore. We have 100 HP Curlias, very, very strong indeed. Lily's Clefairy is still part of the squad, Screamtail in there, and there's the Mew. Mew EX can actually copy paste stuff like the Kangaskhan, which we saw on stream, which is hilarious. If you flip 2 heads, it is actually very strong. What else is in this 60 is just a little bit of recovery, Night Stretcher, Super Rod, 2 copies of Rare Candy. So the same stuff we've seen before, but with 1 copy of Lily's Determination. Still the Frillish, very strong. You of course can play towards that with the help of Air Balloon, with the help of Arven's Secret Box capabilities, so you can get that turn 1 item block with Oceanic Gloom, and followed up with a Jellicent EX is also very, very strong. What else do we have is Hail Albernaut with Mega Absol and Kangaskhan. Mega Absol Kangaskhan is the new archetype on the block. A lot of people piloted that, and there were 3 of them in the top 8, and this is the first one that we are going to be taking a look at. The first one here, having access to the Precious Trolley. Most of them will play very similarly. The thing I see instantly here is like is the counter gain, which also the Psyduck in there, and Budu. So a little bit of different strategies all around, but the main thing is clear. You want to be going second, go for Arven, get that Precious Trolley, get the entire squad up and ready to go. Go for Kangaskhan to draw 2 cards with the Run Errand. Patch-Erend yourself into the active position if you want to, and you can of course go for the TM Energize to of course get energies onto your Mega Pokemon or your Cornerstone. Cornerstone is a very great answer against Goldango, and maybe even Charizard as well to some degree. You have Yveltal with Clutch, which can buy yourself some time, or even trap opponents entirely if they don't have answers for it. You have Monkey Dory to throw damage from your side of the field to the opponent, Latias EX for free retreat, and of course with the help of the Run Errand, you can draw a lot of cards. 4 Boss Zoras in here, 4 Penny as well, so you can pick up your high HP Mega Pokemon instantly with the Penny, and there is of course some Mist Energy action going around as well, which you will need, otherwise like Mew EX can copy paste the attack of the Mega Absol. But the cool thing is that with the attack that Mega Absol comes back with, you can one-shot anything in the game if they have 6 damage counters on it. So the cool thing is that you get damaged and then you use the double Monkey Dory, put the 6 damage counters on the opponent's Pokemon, then knock them out with that attack. Also the second attack, the Claw of Darkness, is very strong, allowing you to discard a card from the opponent's hand, so you can get rid of their research or whatever you see that they have in hand. You can just get rid of it quite easily. So Mega Absol dominating the Milwaukee Regionals. That is something we can definitely say. Combined with stuff like Kangaskhan, can easily get some stuff going. So I love this archetype, and we will see more from it in the future. I tested it in very similar 60 out, but I actually had them with Bouffalands in there as well. So if you want to see like Mega Absol, Mega Kangaskhan action, it is already available on the channel. Then we have Brandon Salazar with Grimsnarl Frostlass. What is in this Grimsnarl Frostlass? Very consistent. If I see 9 energies there, so 9 basic darkness energies, you want to have those energies on the Monkey Dories. Very, very important. What else is different about this list? Only 1 rare candy, so very focused on TM evolution, and still coming back with double copy of Balsa's Orders and double copy of Counter Catcher. With a 3-2 line of Frostlass, you can easily set them up, and there's still Maractus over Yveltal in here because the residual damage of the exploding needles of the ability of Maractus is just very, very good, and that's why this archetype did really, really well. We see 4 Arven, 4 Iono. The Lily's Determination really helps this archetype out a ton. There's no Ultra Ball in there whatsoever, so you will have to find your Marnie's Grimsnarls either by drawing into them or with the help of Spike Mud. If a Pokemon goes down, you have 3 copies of Night Stretcher to follow up on that. So yeah, Marnie's Grimsnarl still doing well, and then we have Xander Barrow with Mega Absol box. And this is the same 60 that Tord Reklev played, also getting 8 plays. So what do we see here is that they are playing the Tatsugiri package. There is also the Psyduck in there. No Budu in this 60. 1 energy switch. There's still the Lively Stadium, which allow you to have more HP. If we see here, each basic Pokemon gets 30 additional HP. Very, very good. Pushing yourself to some very high numbers. Definitely combined with Bravery Charm. Again, Mist Energy, protecting yourself from the confusion of the Mind Band of a Monkey Dory. Can protect yourself against opposing Mega Absols that want to one-shot you. Can protect yourself from any weird effects. Could also be useful if you want to protect yourself against Phantom Dive, I would say, on something like a low HP Tatsugiri if you want to. But Mist Energy, very impactful in this format because it allows you to protect yourself from the residual effect of the Mind Band, because you're a big Mega Pokemon in the active position. Not that it matters too much because you do have the Pecharan to push yourself into the active position with free retreat of the Latias. But yeah, Mist Energy, very useful, and you will actually need that for mirror situations or Mew EXs for that matter. There is Penny in there, Bossasaurus as we already talked about, and the main thing is clear. You go for Turbo Energize and power up your big Pokemon. So yeah, this is a mainstay archetype popularized by Tord Reklev, and there were a lot of people piloting that. So again, Tord, big shout out to Tord for coming up with something very cool indeed. Then we have Ian Robb with Gardevoir Jellicent. This Gardevoir Jellicent is also a little bit different than the one that we saw Rowan Stepanov play. I think what is different here is there's no air balloon in this 60. Other than that, it looks very similar, like not at all, because this is playing 4 copies of Lily's Determination, and this actually was only playing 1 copy. So they flip-flopped around with the supporters, and no air balloon in here as well. So Lily's Determination, very strong, because Gardevoir does like to play from behind, definitely with help like Counter Catcher and all that. So yes, this is gonna allow you to see more cards in the beginning of the game. 1 Turbo Technical Machine Evolution, so only 1, and also coming back, of course, with the main suspects here. We have the Jellicent in there, there's a Screentail, Lily's Clefairy, and Mew EX. So yeah, Gardevoir still doing well. Also, I want to check here real quick. Yeah, they just flipped around the supporter count. There were 2 rare candies in there, and in this 60 there's also 2 rare candies. So it seems like Jellicent is the most successful build, although we do see Aban Ahmed not even playing Jellicent if we take a look at the limit list, to say the least. So that is the top 8 from Milwaukee. Gardevoir did really well, and Mega Absol did really well. If we take all of them combined, there's like 3 Gardevoirs, and then it's Gardevoir and then Darkness types, right? We have 3 Gardevoir, there's 3 Mega Kangaskhan, there is a Marnie's Grimsnarl and a Charizard. So either you're playing Gardevoir or you're playing Darkness package. That's pretty much what we can conclude from the Milwaukee Regionals. What else can we take a look at? We are here at Pokestats, and then we can actually take a look at some more. They don't have Aban Ahmed's list quite yet, but they also confirmed that it was also Jellicent. So very peculiar. Maybe they're only playing a 1-1 line of it, but yeah, it was also Jellicent right there. What else do we have is 10th place and Zoroark. Also pretty cool to be taking a look at from Aiden Cuss. So let's take a look at that together. I don't know if you can see the entire 60 right here. Right now we have it on screen. Maybe we can zoom in just a tiny little bit. There we go. What can we conclude here? A 4-4 line of Ends Zoroark, 2-1 line of the Toedscruel, 2 Munkidori, 2 Ends Reshiram. There's the Petrant EX, Fazandipity EX, Yveltal with Clutch, and a Cleffa as well. If I see, there's also an Ogidogi EX in here. Okay, and that is very, very interesting. It allows it to charge itself up, I would say. There's Ends PP up, Heroescape as the ace pack card of choice. Binding Mochi can poison yourself. Binding Mochi with the Petrant EX can poison yourself for more damage output. And there's the Watchtower. So 2 copies of Watchtowers in there as well. Can shut down any cardless type. Think about Squawkabilly, Noctows, anything of that. So yeah, and Zoroark also, I was actually putting it at tier 1 in my tier list as well. So that's very cool to see. What else can we take a look at? What else is on here? There's like Dracopult Dusknoir, played by Carson Washer. Don't have the 60 quite yet. Lance Bradshaw, also don't have the 60 quite yet with Dracopult Dusknoir again. There is Makani Tran with Gardevoir EX. Okay, 12th place. This Guardy 60. There is there something unique in here that we haven't seen before? We have Technical Machine Evolution, Turbo Energize. Okay, this is still using the fact that getting a lot of energies onto your Munkidori is broken. There is the Fluttermane, also part of the 60. And then we have this, the classic stuff, like I think a Mew EX and Lily's Clefairy also in there. 1 copy of Turo, so they are respecting stuff like Clutch or Sop to happen. And there's 3 copies of Rare Candy in here. So this is a 60 that is not playing Jellicent and is still doing well. So Gardevoir, still public enemy #1, and yeah, for good reason. It did really well over it at Milwaukee. What else can we take a look at? 13th place, 14th place, there was another Gardevoir Jellicent with Nick Robinson. Okay. What is different here? Mystery Garden. I think that's the first Mystery Garden I've seen. Like most of these Guardies are not playing, just playing Artisan. So Mystery Garden in there as a one-off stadium allows you to draw cards. And it's also playing Mega Gardevoir EX. This is the first Mega Gardevoir I've seen in this entire run-through. Also Professor Turo in there. 2 Rare Candy. Only 1 Counter Catcher. So that's a little bit low on the gusting capabilities in my opinion. But yeah, with Screamtail and having a big Mega Pokemon, it could actually be okay. Because Mega Gardevoir can actually one-shot, whereas a regular of the Guardian list cannot one-shot. Then we have Control, Cooper Cole with Pidgeot Control. Pidgeot Control, love myself a little bit of Control. Did pilot it on the channel last week as well. So we have the Heroescape as the ace pack card of choice, so no Grand 3. Prism Energies in there, Luminous Energies in there, Mist Energy, Elgyem to move around the energies. There is Eaton Sudowoodo to trap opponents, Frillish to item lock, Munkidori. Oh, this is a very interesting control kind of build because it is actually playing Mega Kangaskhan with the Errant Run ability. And also a Tinglu EX in there. Very, very interesting. I don't even know what else I can take a look at here. There's Fazandipity, a 2/1/2 line of Pidgeot EX, 2 copies of... Yeah, that was actually Latias. Okay, so 2 copies of Kangaskhan, 1 copy of Latias. There is a Tinglu in there. There's Eaton Sudowoodo. Yeah, most things are clear. Rufian, Xerosic. There's also Erica's Invitation. Lana's, yeah, the Lana card in there. Artisan, 2 copies of Penny, 2 copies of Bulbasaurus. Brock Scouting as the main supporter of choice. Bit of counter catchers right there. 1 redeemable ticket, 1 accompanying flute, and 3 copies of Palpat. So Pidgeot Control in the top 16. Love to see that because we've seen most of the 60s already. And then 16th place with Serena Schaffer from... Yeah, we have Frostlass, Marnie's Grimsnarl. let's see, what is different here? So 8 copies of the Darkness Energy, a 2/2 line of Frostlash, 3 Monkey Dory, 3/2 line of Grimsnarl, and Yveltal, Shaman in there, Iron Bundle. They're also playing the Patcherant EX, which with Energy Switch could be a very crazy late game attacker, I'm not gonna lie. You can just attach Energy Switch and do a ridiculous amount of damage if the opponent has taken a lot of prize cards, so I like that. You can also get yourself out of nasty situations where you are trapped with Clutch. There is Arven, Iono, Street Lily's Determination, 2 copies of Balso, a very clean 60, and I'm actually a very big fan of this 60, I'm not gonna lie. Also, only 1 rare candy, so you cannot like go very turbo aggro if your rare candy is priced, but with Secret Box you can still find it, so yeah, 1 rare candy. That's the only thing that I can say from this 60, so very well done. Marnie's Grimsnarl, 2 of them in the top 16. So yeah, let me know how you feel about the Milwaukee Regionals. Did you enjoy the official stream? Also, Azul was casting, which is also a very great bonus for the game. Love to see, yeah, very high skillful players eventually, yeah, ending up as commentary fellas, because they know exactly what's happening. They know the game inside out, which also gives up, yeah, huge shout outs for, yeah, having people like that on the casting desk. So yeah, Milwaukee Regionals, very interesting. Will we see more Absol, Mega Kangaskhan? How do we counter this deck even? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and let's have a discussion left and right. Also, big shout out to the sponsors that make the daily content possible here. DragonShield.com for your sleeves, binders, and deck boxes, 5% off using the coupon ZABLOS5. There's PoketownStore.com for your TCG Live code card needs, 5% off as well. And then CardMarket.com for European players, where you're able to buy as well as sell cards to people all across Europe. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. I will see you guys tomorrow for more Pokemon TCG epicness. Peace.